What is up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Raw Report. If you are just coming off my stream from the Wednesday Night Comic Presser, thank you for joining in on that live stream. And, well, welcome to the pick video. So, yeah, let's get this thing rocking and rolling. What's good, everybody? So, the Raw Report that we're going to do here this evening is going to be based upon the pickups that I've done, over the last little bit here. But I want to thank you guys, of course, for all you've done. And what do I mean by that? Well, let's take a look at it. Yeah, actually, finished some logos, too. Yeah, this view got messed up somehow. Alright, let's go back to the presentation then. So thanks again for subscribing to the channel. You guys are great, and you've given me 1,000+ subscribers. And then what I'm going to give you back in return is going to be this thing called the Ultra Box. And the music is, of course, provided by our wonderful friends over at White Bat Audio. Don't forget to tune into them. And thanks to our buddy, Mr. Herd S. Eric. Hey, thanks, Double O. I try. Mr. Herd S. Eric, of course, is the guy responsible for that stuff. And then, of course, the Super Chat isn't active until I go back into AdSense and get everything all verified, my identity and all that good stuff. Subscribe, click the notification bell. You get goodies. So, and these goodies, of course, entail lots of things. So let's get this kicked off, everybody. The Raw Report is going to be based on my new pickups and my mail drops. Empire Comics, good to see you. Thanks for joining. So we got some good stuff to talk about here and good stuff to show. So let's start it off with the pickups. So we're going to start off with the pickups are from my LCS. Basically, these are going to be the books that I was able to obtain locally. Didn't have to go very far for them. Do I have a stack? Safe to say I do. But it's okay. So, guys, I haven't done a Raw Report in like 2 months, I think. It's been a while. So, bear with me here. Because, of course, there's a lot of books. But we're going to get through it just fine. Just need to make sure I got a place to put the books as I show them to you. So, the first up is going to be X-Force 25. Oh, and that's not even the mail call stack Empire. And honestly, they're all highlighted, so they look a little bit thicker than they are. But there's some doubles in here, and then you guys will notice if I'm doubling up on a book, why would I be doubling up on a book? Well, first off, Maria Wolf doing Warpath, fire. So this is definitely one that I was like, oh, I need 2 of them. So our next book is a very interesting book. This book contains some first appearances in it, and of course the book has a cover by one of my favorites, Elizabeth Torque. So if you guys are reading the X-Men Legends, it's basically the modern equivalent to X-Men Classic, or Classic X-Men, whichever you prefer. But this right here is a Jubilee Wolverine story that involves ninjas. And it's also kind of heating up because 7, 8 has come out already, so you can follow up on this issue and find out what happens. But issue 9 coming up is the one that has a Hulk 340 homage. So I went back to the LCS and I saw this guy chilling. I was like, you know what? It was on the Hot 10 last week. I know books that sell on the Hot 10 sometimes don't really last that long selling for that much, but I like this Bermejo cover. And, it's a Doom helmet, but it's the Thing holding the Doom helmet by Lee Bermejo, and it's just a good looking cover. So make sure I didn't leave that one out of the collection. Okay, you might have heard me talk about this one because I like this cover more than the incentives that were available. So I bought 2 of them. Moon Knight number 5, and this is of course the issue where it is revealed that Zodiac is the guy who's been going crazy. And you know what? Actually, I caught that panel in that one issue where the dude gets like stabbed and like doesn't say anything. So I thought that was pretty cool that actually paid off to fruition. But yeah, Moon Knight number 5, the open order variant cover, in my opinion, was a better choice as far as artistically chasing the variants. Now, oh, keeping up with some doubles, huh? Yes, I am. Of course, this is another one of those homage covers that just hits for a lot of people. So Static doing an Akira homage, and of course, you know, when they do a little bit of you know, a little different script over top of the script there, that just set it off. But this is a Static Season 1 number 4's variant cover. Some people got it a week before release day, and some other people did not. Interesting. All right, if you guys follow the Wednesday Night Comic Book Presser, you know this is no stranger to the presser and everything going on the inside of it, but Art Adams' Magic variant cover. That is the only reason why I picked that up. Not because of the guts, but the guts were just a bonus. Now, people be like, Ultra, you really don't like Peach Momoko. No. I'll leave that for my buddies like Dave Collects and stuff like that, but I did pick this one up. So, Peach Momoko doing Jubilee. Thought it was a little bit fitting, right? Okay, so if you guys are Transformers fans, you know I might be a little one. Happy Thanksgiving to you too, sir. Thanks for stopping by the stream, Art Chemist. So, the Transformers series that I am buying right now, I am picking up, is the Wreckers Tread and Circuits. And this is your issue number 2, and that is, of course, Octopunch, one of the Pretenders. So, a very astute Lucas from Junk and Chat was like, yo, Ultra, what's up with all these guys here, huh? And I said, you know what? You're right. You are absolutely right. So, okay, we're going to go through some good indie arts. So, first up, and I did this to myself. I don't know why I did this to myself, but I did this to myself. So, this is the Leary Lee, Sheen of the She-Devil. Yeah, Art Chemist, I talked about that on the presser. They are the reason why I am avoiding the Transformers Beast Wars number 10 that they ordered. Because the retail incentive is basically just going to be a common book. You know, I see them, and again, Art Chemist, for me, my man, store exclusives have to be amazing for me to be able to warrant the 4 times, you know, normal regular comic price. I know I play the variant game pretty well through, you know, incentive variants and stuff like that. But that's the reason why, as I tend to lean more towards incentive covers than I do store exclusives. So I'll look at them, you know, and see if there's anything that I really like. I do know that the Beast Wars number 10 that they did is not that bad, but just not something that I'm going to be chasing after personally. Now, Gun Honey, 3rd printing, and I can tell you guys this is going to be a tough 9/8 book, just because of distribution, just because of some things, but you know what? I did secure me a couple of these other ones. Thanks for joining in Comic Book G-Spot. So there's the other Gun Honey FOC incentive for issue 2. So the McGinnis variants for issues 1, 2nd print. Again, this is just low order, very low order book. So I love these McGinnis covers. Kind of dated a girl before I met my redheaded wife, brunette, that kind of looks like that chick on the cover. Hopefully, not watching. Anyway, so as you guys know, I do have a little bit of a niche collection that I'm trying to assemble a full set of, so I'm not letting any one of these go. Anytime I see the Star Wars action figure variants, I am for sure picking it up. The next book that I have 2 copies of is a book that just resonated with me extremely well. And of course, the Doctor Strange, the Death of Doctor Strange number 2 is just, I couldn't help myself. I'm like, you know what? I gotta get this. RB Silva doing his Stormbreakers variant for this one. But I noticed that a lot of these Stormbreakers variants for this specific month, some of them were Venomized, some of them were not. It was just one of those up in the air things. And then I thought I was doing a good spec play. I thought I was. By going multiple copies on Nubia, number 1. The B cover, obviously, artistically, is pretty cool. I know that there's some fuss about what was in the guts. But Joshua Swaby Sway had to get his variant cover as well. But this is the open order one, not the incentive. So there is a 25 copy incentive virgin cover out there of that one if you are on the hunt for it. Yeah, you know, Dave, there may have been some delays because of the whole ransomware thing going on Diamond. I know that there's been some iffy stuff as far as going on with shipping. Now, Thor, as you guys know, Throg, and the new Pet Avengers first appear in this book. So Throg assembles a new set of Pet Avengers, and of course that is Thor number 18. I'm going to have to read 19 again and follow up after that. I could have sworn I read it today. I must have sped read it through it and purged it from something else. But in reference to the Stormbreakers variant covers that continue to bless us, this right here is the Venomized Echo cover. I don't know why I picked this one up for Phoenix End Song Echo, or Phoenix Song Echo, whatever you want to call it, but I did. And then Fight Girls. As you guys saw me talking about on the presser tonight of the issue 5, here is your issue 4. Again, Frank Cho, Sabine Rich, doing amazing things together in their collaboration. All right. So again, continuing on that trend of Transformers Records, Tread and Circuits, here is the issue number 1 retail incentive cover. So that is a 1 in 10. Which one have you not seen, G-Spot? I'd be happy to, help you out if I can. All right, so let's see. Yeah, I got these out of order. So that's issue 3. Put that one there. That one there. Finish off with those. That one. Okay, so I'm sorry to getting books in a little bit better of a submission order for you. It's okay. I talked about which 2 comics back? What was that? The Fight Girls. You need some help finding the Fight Girls? Is this one? Or the Phoenix Echo? So those are this is Phoenix Song Echo. There you go. All right. Good stuff. But yeah, not letting the Star Wars action figure variants get away from me. Still continuing to pick these up because they seem to be a little bit more. So okay, one more back from that. The one more back from that one would have been the Thor. Excellent. Okay. So I know everybody's like, oh, Miles and Starling, but everybody has to remember the original shipment was Miles and Gwen, and this right here is a campy cover, but you know what? This is the kind of stuff that the Miles Morales 10th anniversary variant cover, Gwen with a bunch of pizzas with Miles on a scooter, and you know what else? The fact that it's a Miles anniversary variant and he's not in the new costume or any one of those other weird costumes that they were showing him in. So it got a little strange for me, in my opinion, as far as what they were doing over there. But Out of Body, issue number 4. I got to get issue 5. My store did not get an issue 5 in on the shelf, so I have to locate me one. I'll find one, and I'll be able to read them all. And then, of course, Mark Brooks. This was the Inferno number 1. Yes, I know there's the Call cover. Everybody's like, oh, but the Jeff the Call is pretty fire. Yeah, Jeff the Call is doing a variant cover for issues 1 through 4, which is cool. But this right here, the Mark Brooks wraparound variant cover, being very much a play on the House of X stuff. Remember House of X, because when I get to the mail drops, you guys are going to be loving it. Of course, there's a lot of people who are like, why is this book doing what it's doing? Bro, redheaded Mary Jane cosplaying a Spidey suit and tying him up. Come on, man. But that was your Amazing Spider-Man 875. And then I picked this one up just because some people kind of pushed me in a direction saying, oh, that's Tim Drake's sister, or not Tim Drake, Dick Grayson's sister. Supposedly that's Dick Grayson's sister on the cover here, in her costume or whatever it is in DC Future State. So, yeah, that is something. That is something. Yeah, and so the comic book G-Spot, that ASM was the only one out of all of them that seems to be doing anything on the aftermarket, because there were so many of them, and just that's the only one that people like really were like, wow, maybe they didn't order enough of it. Okay, so now, did I show this one already? No, I think I put this one in the wrong spot. But the Moon Knight Stormbreakers variant, of course, for issue number 3. Yeah. Loving the Moon Knight stuff. Is this issue 3 or is this issue 4? No, issue 4. I'm sorry, issue 4. So, this was just the Silver Stormbreakers variant. There's, of course, another store that did a Virgin of that, I thought. But I'm pretty sure that one's Virgin, too. Okay. So, before I get too deep into this stack, guys, there's a first appearance of Starscream's mentor in a retcon here in this Transformers Halloween special. Thought it was a pretty cool book, and apparently, so did a bunch of other people. Alright, now, for those of you who know my Transformers collection, you guys know that I collect certain Transformers books. Well, here's a Transformers book that I am not missing. This is the Shattered Glass series. So this is issue 3 of Shattered Glass. Here's the B cover for Shattered Glass, and this is a Starscream focused issue. And then here is your 10-copy incentive, Sarah Petrie DeRoche. She's Canadian, and she does amazing Transformers art. Now, here we have issue number 2. Issue number 2 is kind of important. Why would you say? Well, issue number 2 is the first in-canon appearance of Good Guy Megatron. So this Shattered Glass series is basically like your Star Trek Mirror Universe. Everything is opposite. Basically, the good guys are bad, the bad guys are good. So we have an evil Optimus Prime, we have an evil Rodimus Prime. Goldbug's also pretty much a villain. And here is good old Megatron. He's your good old boy in this one. This one also has a B cover that shows Optimus the Tyrant. And then here is your 25-copy incentive by Sarah Petrie DeRoche. Now, before I get into the mail drop section of our episode here, I want to share with you guys something that is amazing. If you guys know about the Shattered Glass, you know that they also have a figure. So I was able to obtain 2 of these figures, and guess what? Out of all the Shattered Glass figures, this is the only one that is sold out. Currently right now selling for about $80 for just the figure. So if you guys see these, if your LCS was one of those stores that pre-orders from Hasbro directly, because they like to keep inventory, these were limit 2 per customer. So good luck if you're able to find that. That is amazing. Hey Dave, this is the attire, man. Even down to the the gold tie clip and everything like that, man. This is the attire for the presser. I just didn't get to flex it because it didn't happen. But what does that mean? We are about halfway through, and if we're halfway through, this means time to switch segments. So we have gone from the pickup section, and we are now moving on to the mail drops, everybody. So with the mail drops coming in, you know that means this is all the books that I was able to find elsewhere. Wasn't able to procure them locally. And that happens every now and then. Again, I still try to focus more on my local comic community because, of course, local economy is what you want to keep focus on. So, however, there are some instances where you cannot get that variant cover anywhere else. And in the case of the Transformer that I just showed you, the only way to get this foil Transformers Shattered Glass number 2 retail exclusive from Hasbro was to order the figure. So this is nuts. So this book right here, again, the only way to get this is to pre-order the Shatterglass figures. So they have Shatterglass exclusives that are going with all 5 of the figures. There's going to be a lot of people out there that are going to be really sad they're not able to get that book. Because, again, first in-canon appearance of a good Megatron, Shatterglass Megatron. They do have a fan-published Shatterglass story that appeared at a Transformers convention. You can find those too. And if you do want the first appearance of Shatterglass Megatron, that's where you're going to find it. But this is the first official in canon. And I want people to notice the drawing right here, the swipe. This swipe from Casey Collier very much mimics what Optimus Prime was doing in Transformers the movie. Now, we're going to get into some spec, everybody, because you guys know how I like to be specking on some things. Just a little bit. Just a little bit, right? So, Moira X. You guys know Moira X pretty well. The Inferno series is very, very heavily based around her. Well, you might have recalled me talking about this little book right here. The House of X, issue number 2, 3rd printing with Destiny on the cover. And this is, of course, the one where Moira X is revealed to be a mutant. Destiny, of course, is going to kill her in one of her lives and has Pyro do her in. So this is a very, very, in my opinion, this is a key book. This is a key X book. And this would be one of the reasons why, if you see multiples of this book, I picked them up. House of X 2 2nd print did very well. I don't know if the 3rd print was heavily ordered during House of X, but I do know that that 3rd print is the only cover that has Destiny on it, making it very unique. All right. Now, this next one is a very unique book for this reason. First appearance of Moira X, right? Well, you guys know that multiple versions of Professor X that we've gotten over the years, he's been paralyzed most of them. But do you guys remember when they brought Professor X back? The story of how they did it? Well, this right here is the Marvel Legacy 2nd printing. Astonishing X-Men number 7. And this is, of course, A Man Called X Part 1. This is where Professor X gets Phantom X's body. And, yes, the Legacy 2nd print list that I have constructed does not include this book because they did not do a lenticular homage that they should have. Oh my God, if they had done a lenticular homage for this book, it would have been, obviously would have made one of my other spec matrix. So, but that is a first appearance of that modern Professor X, overlooked by a lot of people. Now, this one is the trifecta. Why is it the trifecta? Because you got 3 threes, everybody. 3 threes. Yeah, I went full ham on this book. 3 threes, nabbed 2 from one store, and then got a 3rd one online. So technically, 2 of these should have gone in the pickups pile, but I kept them all together. And then I got to give a shout out to the Mighty Mel V for giving me FOMO beyond FOMO and making me go after the Uncanny X-Men Wolverine. Or I'm sorry, X-Men Legends. This is X-Men Legends number 8. So, one issue after the Elizabeth Torque issue I showed you. There are some first appearances, pardon me for coughing. There are some first appearances in issue 7. Issue 8's a good read. Okay. You guys might have known, I like Mirka and Dolpho work. Marauders. 25. Pardon me. I need something to drink, that's why. Okay. So, Mirka and Dolpho giving us a Marauders number 25 that has both Emma Frost and Kitty Pryde, who are very, very centric to this story, by the way. So it's full on a story all about them. Ooh. All right. Moving on. Take another drink. This is another one of my personal I pick it up whenever I see it, just because I'm trying to put the whole set together. Sorry about clearing my throat, everybody. Robotech from Titan Comics. Now, this is their reboot. It's a very, very different story. But this right here is the Roy Folker variant cover, cover C. And then we have this one is a book that I didn't really think I needed, but I bought it anyway. And that is, of course, because it's a Joe Jusko Deathbird. And Jim Lee's Deathbird from back in the day was definitely where I remember it from. But Joe Jusko, not doing too bad. Captain Marvel 33, everybody. Captain Marvel 33. Now, just as that previous Marauders I showed you, well, Daughterman has us a bloody Emma Frost cover. She's wearing knuckles, bro, and they're bloodied up, and so is she. So whatever's going on is brutal. But that didn't happen in the issue. Just saying. You know, I am a stickler for that kind of stuff, you know, when stuff doesn't happen in the issue when they're advertising it. But yes, Phoenix Song Echo #1's incentive variant cover. And River Walker, of course, being the guy kissing her on the cover of this one. I don't know if he's the villain. I have a feeling he actually may be the guy trying to erase her timeline. And he may be doing so at the behest of his grandpa who trained her. So there's like there's a little bit of weirdness going on in there. Now, as you guys know, some of the Moon Knight covers that are open order tend to be just beating up the other ones. And then here's the Del Auto for issue #4. I think this was an incentive. I can't remember now because I'm buying so many books that I'm forgetting what's what. Of course, I'm getting old. Now, to go along with that Deathbird Joe Jusko, of course, we couldn't leave the very, very apparently cold Psylocke Joe Jusko variant cover. And, of course, continuing with the theme of action figure variants, Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back, War of the Bounty Hunters #5. Excalibur #24. Rian Gonzalez variant cover, of course. If you're into her kind of anime chibi style, I just thought it was an excellent. There's not very many variant covers of Betsy Braddock as Captain Britain, although we're getting more as the Excalibur series goes on. Now, this one, this was a Spec Matrix play. Karla Sofen. I have a very, very strong belief, according to the information that I have seen, that Karla Sofen will be appearing in the Marvels. Yeah, I agree, Patrick. There are some of them out there that are great. And then, like I was saying about Karla Sofen, I saw something that was removed from the internet. And unfortunately, it was removed because it gave out spoilerific details. I'm pretty sure she's going to show up in the Captain Marvel sequel. She may be stealing Carol's powers. Who knows? I know everybody was like, oh, let's get a Rogue, let's get a Rogue. You're not getting a Rogue. I'm sorry, guys. All right, and then the last batch of books that I got right here is a batch that I got from Wanted Comics, some of their exclusives. So here is the Department of Truth #12 set. Obviously, if you guys know, Department of Truth variant covers from Wanted, the very early issues, the virginized versions of the covers. Fire stuff. What's up, Uzu? Good to see you, man. Alrighty, and then, so even though I'm not really too into the story, this is fire. This is a fire set. And I may just be giving this one away. Stay tuned. as stated earlier about the vinyl books. Vinyl variant set. And then the final book. The final book that I've got is Primordial. Both the Virgin and Incense and the Trait Dress. So that's going to finalize it because the next set is basically the same Primordial book. Only I got to give a shout out to Drew for the signed set. But this one J.G. Jones signed cover is going to Comic Boom. So congratulations, Comic Boom. That's one of the books that I'm spicing in your order for you being super patient. And well, guys, that's about it for my pickups. So again, that's like 2.5 months worth of pickups because it's been about that long. It's been over a month. Yeah. It's been almost 2 months worth of pickups. So I know it's been a while. I shouldn't have left you without some dope books to spec to. But I hopefully have given you just a couple little tidbits of things that you might be able to find and watch what happens with some of these books, because I tend to be, I don't know, I tend to get lucky sometimes and start to see trends and patterns before they really take off. And I don't know if I've done it with any of the books that I picked up here. Who knows? We never know, man. I appreciate you saying that these are epic grabs, man. It's a hobby that we can buy stuff, so it's not really like the super accomplishment feeling, but I do feel accomplished sometimes when I am able to make some of these plays and just find some good books. So, but other than that, guys, you know what that means. That means we're approaching the end of the show. But I thank you all guys for watching all this stuff and checking out my other content. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Don't forget our buddies over at Comic Barricade. Give us a little bit of a break if you need Comic Barricade. Don't forget to use the code ULTRA for 10% off your order. Shout out to Washington Comics for that care package, my man. And then, of course, seeing a signed book in there was a nice treat. Don't forget to check out some of these other videos. So once I do go into my Google Analytics and get my LLC and all that stuff set up, and you guys go and check out some of these videos, if you make them viral, you'll get me a year's worth of income, which would be pretty fantastic if that happened. But the Hip Hop Variant Platinum list, of course, is amazing. If you haven't seen that video, all 147 Hip Hop Variant covers. And then, of course, stay tuned. I'll be doing a raw report again eventually. I haven't been picking up too many books. I actually didn't pick up any books this week. Not yet, at least. But who knows what I have in store. Make sure you're subscribed to check that stuff out. And, of course, the Spec Matrix Variant Edition that gets dropped in other places. Oh, look, the raw report was so nice I did it twice. So, yeah, I probably need to check out on my slides. But don't forget to check out the... Yep. That's definitely them... telling me I'm doing too many slides at the same time. But Twitter tag me at XUltraMaximusX if you see anything newsworthy. And then, of course, you can always find me on IG at ULTRAMAXIMUS. The same goes for Facebook. Follows are always appreciated, guys. And don't forget to check me out. I am Ultra Maximus on Whatnot as well. I haven't been on there in a minute. Leave me a comment below. Let me know what you think of the pickups I got in this video. And, of course, don't forget to check out our friends on the featured channel section. Make sure you are giving them a subscribe. And, hey, man, appreciate you hitting the rewind, too, buddy. And then don't forget to check out our buddy Money Mel V on the Money Mel V channel for It's Drunken Chat. I don't know if it's going down on Friday, but we'll see. But, yeah, man. Dude, thank you for being, thank you for saying that I'm rad there, Cover Lover. You're a pretty swell guy yourself. All right, so don't forget to check out the next episode of the Wednesday Night Comic Book Presser. We did just wrap one up, so if you want to go back and check that rewind. It's a pretty action-packed show as well. I am the Ultra Maximus, everybody, and I want to say thank you for watching. See you next time. And yes, happy Thanksgiving to every one of you.